Welcome into this special edition of the True Crime Hotline. I'm Annette Lawless, and this is a podcast that focuses on cold cases, the unsolved, the unidentified, and that of missing people. Today, I want to take a look at this photo along with you. This photo of Wanda Dyer, shown right here. She is missing from Lawrence, Kansas. At 74 years old, a silver alert issued to hopefully find her safe. So many people invested in what has happened to this woman. Today, we are so fortunate to have here with us members of Equusearch Midwest. We have Twyla and David, and they are ready to get on the ground this weekend to go and look for Wanda. Welcome in. We really do appreciate you being here. Let's talk about the search for Wanda. I mean, 2 weeks as of today, as of this Friday, she's been gone, and you all have been certainly very invested in this case.
Yes, ma'am, 100%. We've been working it nonstop. We actually have a member that drove in today. It took her 2 hours, or no, I'm sorry, 6 hours to get there. She left at like 5 something this morning, and she's out there now going over the areas and the plan for tomorrow's search.
So Equusearch, as some people in Kansas know, they come in, different groups come in to help these big cases, high profile cases. How did you all hear about this? How did you gain interest in the search for Wanda?
Dave, I'll let you elaborate.
Yeah.
So last Friday we were contacted by one of the persons that's been helping us in that's actually from Lawrence, and she contacted the main office down in Texas, and long story short is that we were probably the closest ones to Wanda, so we decided to at least start, because we were behind the eight ball, of course, on how long she was missing. We needed a lot of ground to catch up on. So it's about a 10-hour, 11-hour trip for me, and it's about the same probably for Twyla. And so we just took the bull by the horns and said, let's start this project out. Right now, last Friday, I think we were on the phone for 4 or 5 hours with the two ladies that were looking for Wanda prior to us getting involved, and so we did this with 3-way, 4-way calls, and kind of got a plan of action for the following day, which was Saturday, Sunday. They put on a pretty good search. The weather wasn't the best, of course. But we decided that we can do the same thing from the phone as that we can do as if we were literally standing there. But we do have one of the members from Iowa that drove down to represent us on the ground, and right now she's doing a lot of the recon, and myself and Twyla are doing some of the things in the background by putting some things together as far as what resources that we could utilize in this case for tomorrow. Because again, I think we're going into day 13. It's almost 2 weeks. And, we need to really figure this out and do a push, because either she's ahead of us or she doubled back, which I don't think that she did. But we keep pushing east towards Kansas City, and once we hit Kansas City, it's going to be a whole nother different ballgame for us.
For Equusearch, have you been there personally at all in this search for everything for Wanda?
No.
Me and Dave have not been out there with our feet on the ground. We have been the other two ladies that's conducting it and very much involved. We haven't made it because it's a 10-hour trip for either one of us.
For sure.
But we do have a teammate that drove in today, and she's actually there reconning now with the two ladies that have been searching from the beginning.
Yeah. I think it's remarkable that y'all are coming in from that far. I mean, how long have you been with Equusearch and everything?
I've been in it for, I think, maybe 6 years. And
wow. That's
Dave's
amazing.
Been in there he's been in there longer than we're older than us. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm actually the director, and I've been with Equusearch. My first case was actually Kaylee Anthony down in Florida back in 2008. So
Oh
I've
my
been doing
gosh,
this
the
since
highest of high
2008.
profile.
Very high profile.
These cases, for people, for example, who might remember a Kansas case from years ago, Lucas Hernandez was something that was really big. And I
I
know
was
your
actually
group had
on.
been involved with that search too.
I was actually there looking for.
Yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
that outcome was just the most heart-wrenching of things, but important. And I think for me and for a lot of people in our community, seeing that effort, that community interest, it was just so eye-opening. It was just amazing to witness it and to see you all come here. It kind of feels just as it's just as big. People want to help, and you guys are among those people. What pushes you? What drives you to help cases like Wanda's?
When we first make contact, or we're first in contact with that missing person's family member or loved one, immediately makes
Mm.
us feel like they are our family, and our goal is to help them and do anything we possibly can to assist to try to bring their loved one home.
David, you said like her husband, for example, Wanda's husband, his birthday is this weekend. What would it mean for you to be able to deliver him some sort of closure?
Um, it's an undescribable feeling that when you can give
Mm.
back something that they so desire to have back. I mean, he's missing his wife, his daughter's missing the mother, and again, too, if we can just um, bring them that closure from afar, it's undescribable. It's a good feeling. I'm hoping that she's still okay and she's still walking amongst us, and we just haven't caught up with her yet.
Mhm.
That would be devastating for all of us to put so much effort in and to make sure that we're trying our best to bring her home and give her a second opportunity. But only the good Lord can sit there and guide us hopefully in the right direction and give us the strength to carry on to make this happen. So it would be to have him hug his wife again on his
Mm.
birthday would be just absolutely phenomenal. That's a second chance of life, and that's a second chance of she and they need that they want it and they need it, and hopefully we can make that happen.
I
And
hope so. It's a gift.
we've talked to her husband, and he seems like he's such a nice gentleman, and he's invested
Mm.
in what we're doing, and he calls Dave, and Dave talks to him, and they were on the phone late last night, and he deserves to have her home. He loves her. He wants her home. He wants to help. He's actually been out with he's been out with people trying to do what he can, and it would be a joy to be able to bring her home safely on his birthday.
What if people want to support you all? Is there a way that they can? Like, can we join you? Is there a way to prop you all up during this search effort?
They can join. Anybody can join. Our team is spread out with people in many different states, and you can join through our website, and it's
Mm.
www.equusearchmidwest.com. Is that right, Dave, or is it still
I think it's
TES?
.org. I think it's
Yeah,
.org.
Okay.
I
I'll
can
make sure that I have a link to that for people. Yeah.
actually send you the links, and then we don't
Thank
expect
you.
donations, but donations do keep us going, and
It
they do
helps.
help. I can send you the link to our donation, to where people can donate to us also. Like I said, they don't have to. They can support by sharing our post on Facebook or sharing the missing
Mm.
persons flyers.
That flyer. Yeah.
And I could send you both links.
Yes, please. I think that's so appreciated. And I'll make sure that online we have all that stuff for everybody. I'm also curious, like when pursuing a case like this, with it being a couple weeks since she was last seen, are there big challenges for you all as a group? Like, I don't know how you tackle, like, we got to go to this area or whatever. I don't know if law enforcement's working with you all. Like, how do you kind of map out your plans?
We have been in contact with law enforcement. They've been gracious with us this far. We like to start where the person was last seen, and we've spent hours on the phone. As a conference call with four of us going over maps. We have someone there on the ground reconning now. It is a lot, and every single minute that person is missing, it counts. We came in kind of behind the eight ball, but once we got it, it's been nonstop since we've got it. Nonstop. I mean, me and Dave's been on the phone, uh, super late, and he's an hour ahead of me he's an hour ahead of us on time, and
Mm-hmm.
we're messaging, we're on maps, we're communicating. It's a lot to take on. It really is, and it's it it's like throwing a dart at a dartboard or like a needle in a haystack. They say that's what people.
Yeah.
It is, and that's the truth, honestly.
When you all are out here, I know Saturday's the big plan. Is there anything beyond that for sure?
We have it we have it scheduled for tomorrow and possibly Sunday. We hope that she's found tomorrow. We won't give up. It is kind of expensive for us to travel there. I mean, just for 2 days for our teammate that's there today, the hotel was over $700. We're
Hmm.
going to still continue to assist the best way that we can, but our hopes is to find her tomorrow. We hope. If not, then I think we have a plan to possibly search on Sunday as well.
Well, I think you all are just doing such beautiful work, and Kansans really do appreciate what you're doing here because, I mean, I know the searches have gone on with police, with a handful of community members, but to see this effort of people coming in from out of state to contribute for this lady who is loved and who people want to see home, I think it's just so beautiful.
We couldn't do this without the help of the communities. You know, as I've always said, when we
Absolutely.
come in, we lay the foundation. It's the people of that community that actually builds the house. So I mean, you know, we're sitting there taking all the guesswork out of it, doing the hard part, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort to put together of when you don't really know what happened to this lady. You know, we know that she walked away. We know that she is a fast-paced walker. We know that she was on
Mm.
medication, and as you start to you know, as time keeps ticking, you really don't know what that individual is going through at this point in time. Whether they've ran out of food, they've ran out of resources as far as money. So I mean, there's you know, again, without us having that kind of help from the community, there's no way that uh, we could make this happen. And again, you know, you see on the news that it's how much evil is in this world, and that's all you hear about. It's what you don't hear about that makes this world a better place, and that's the people of the communities that will absolutely come out for somebody that they don't even know and spend time in the woods and the mud and the cold weather and the rain and that's what a true hero is. That's those are your angels right there. Is and that's there's more good in this world than there is evil. Trust me, I've seen it. I've witnessed it everywhere we go. So um, it's a breath of fresh air every time that you know you see so many people come for a calling that they don't even know. As I say, their
Mm.
Christmas card list just got bigger because you're meeting people that you would have never crossed paths with. And I'll give you the ultimate
Mm.
perfect example of that is that if I wasn't If I didn't do what I did back in 2008 with to look for a little 2-year-old girl, 2.5-year-old girl, our paths would have never crossed. So that's how powerful this is. Really, is that because of some 2-year-old girl back in '08? Is that we're helping somebody in Kansas find their loved one. So it's amazing of what there's still good humanity in this world.
And they had speaking of the community, the ladies last week when we were coordinating the search and putting it together, they had 50 people, complete strangers, that showed up. It was cold, it was wet. They even had a lady out there in a wheelchair at the command center assisting. And tomorrow we have foot searchers, we'll have people in cars, there'll be there's an ATV group that we've been coordinating. We hope that they have a bigger turnout tomorrow than they did last week, because last week, believe it or not, there was several that didn't even know that she was missing. But now they're plastered from Eudora to DeSoto all the way back over to where she lives. Flyers are everywhere. And Miss Wanda's loved. There is tons of people out there that love Miss Wanda and want her home safe with her husband and her family. And we want the same thing. We want to bring her home safe, happy, and sound to be with her family and the community and all her friends that love her dearly.
Well, I appreciate your time so much. Again, if anybody wants to help out with the search with Equusearch or just supporting the organization to helping your efforts, I'm going to make sure that everybody has a link to everything here online. But I appreciate you both, Twyla, David, for joining me here. We'll make sure we get word out so everyone can connect, and fingers crossed that everything turns out great for this next search.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much for
Annette, for
having
having
us,
us.
and we're grateful.
Thank you.
Everybody in that community that has asked how they can help, what they can do to volunteer or donate waters or put Miss Wanda's sign up on the boards, and that's graciously printed those color flyers for Miss Wanda and give them out. I mean, there was a place, and I don't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, that's been printing those colored flyers for us for free, and that's got to be pricey. So we're
Yeah.
grateful for the community there for actually welcoming us in and allowing us to do what we do, as well as law enforcement. We're grateful that they're allowing us to come in and assist and do whatever we possibly can to try to locate and bring Miss Wanda home.
If you would like to help assist with the search for Wanda Dyer, you can certainly look at the links that I posted onto my Facebook page with this post on the search for Wanda Dyer. And if you have information about anything, any tip, any sighting of her, because some people have believed that they've seen her in the past couple of weeks, report that information to Lawrence Police. They would certainly appreciate that so they can bring this case to a close.